Hello friends, welcome back to another video from MCR's Biochemistry Lectures. In this video, we are going to learn about the experiments which proved that DNA is the genetic material. Following the rediscovery of Mendel's law, geneticists were able to conclude that organisms' characters are controlled by genes. Genes are able to reproduce themselves or replicate without losing the information. Genes are arranged on the chromosomes in a linear fashion, and genes are transmitted from parents to offspring generation after generation almost unaltered. So, genetic material is a substance that stores information about the structure, function, and development of various characteristics of a living organism. It is responsible for the transmission of genetic information for all the characteristics of living beings from parents to the progeny. According to geneticists, a genetic material should possess the following characteristics. It must have the ability to store all the genetic information about the structure, function, development, and reproduction in all the living cells of the organisms. It must have the power of accurate replication and transcription. It must also have the physical and chemical stability so that the stored information are not lost. And a genetic material must be capable of undergoing modifications by mutations and recombination so that it can contribute to the variation and adaptations leading to the evolution of living organisms. Knowing that the genetic material exists in the nucleus, which is composed of chromatin material, that is a complex of proteins and nucleic acids, the billion-dollar question among the scientists was this: which is the genetic material, protein or DNA? Though most of them favored proteins based on its structural and functional diversity and the consideration that it was the most abundant macromolecule in the body, in the early 20th century, experiments conducted by molecular biologists provided the direct evidence that DNA is the genetic material. The landmark experiments which proved that DNA is the genetic material are Griffith's experiment on bacterial transformation, Avery's experiment that DNA is the transforming principle, and Hershey's experiment of bacteriophage infection. Let us learn about them in detail. Griffith's experiment on bacterial transformation. Frederick Griffith, a bacteriologist of England, in the year 1928 provided the first clear cut evidence that DNA is the hereditary material. He found that the pneumonia causing bacteria, Diplococcus pneumoniae, exists in two strains: capsulated virulent strain or smooth strain and the non capsulated avirulent strain. The capsulated virulent strain was surrounded by a thick, shiny capsule of polysaccharides. It caused fatal pneumonia when injected in mice. The colony of these cells has glistening appearance and hence it is called a smooth strain. The shiny appearance is due to the presence of capsule whose formation is under the control of its genotype. It is denoted as S3. The non-capsulated avirulent strain, denoted as R2, did not produce symptoms of pneumonia. They lack polysaccharide capsule, and the colonies of these cells have irregular appearance and are known as rough colonies. According to Griffith, the first step, when the S3 virulent bacteria were injected in mice, the mice developed pneumonia and died. The second step, when the R2 non-virulent bacteria were injected in mice, the mice suffered no illness. In the third step, the smooth strain, the virulent one, was subjected to heat to around 60 degrees Celsius. It was killed, and then the heat killed S3 bacteria were injected in mice, and it was found that the mice remained healthy. In the fourth step, when a mixture of R2, the non-virulent strain, and the heat-killed S3 bacteria was injected into mice, some mice developed pneumonia and died. Bacteria isolated from these dead mice were found to contain a mixture of S3 and R2 forms. Griffith concluded that the presence of heat-killed S3 bacteria caused transformation of some R2 bacteria into virulent capsulated S3 bacteria. This was described as Griffith effect or bacterial transformation because one strain of bacteria had changed permanently into another strain. That is, the harmless strain was changed permanently into the disease causing strain. The transformed bacterial cells retain their infectious property and capsule in successive generations. The second experiment is that of Oswald Avery. Avery's experiment that DNA is the transforming principle. Three scientists, Oswald Avery, Colin MacLeod, and Macklin McCarthy, in the year 1944 performed the crucial experiment of separating and identifying the transforming principle to be DNA. All the three belonged to Rockefeller Institute of the United States, and they carried forward the Griffiths experiment. For the experiment, a culture of non-virulent type Artodiplococcus was grown in the petri dish containing agar and the microbiological culture medium. The capsulated virulent strain type 3 were then ground finely and were divided into three sets. Set A was treated with protein degrading enzymes, Set B was mixed with RNA hydrolyzing enzymes, and Set C was mixed with DNA hydrolyzing enzymes. In the figure, we can see that lipids and sugars have been removed from the solution of heat-killed S cells. The solution was then divided into three sets A, B and C. Proteases was added to set A, RNases to set B and DNases to set C, which means set A contained S3 cells, RNA and DNA. Set B contained S3 cells, protein and DNA, and set C contained S3 cells, protein and RNA. These were then added to three separate cultures of R2 cells. On observation, the new culture from set A and set B was found to be a mixture of virulent S3 and non-virulent R2 bacteria. It means that some R2 bacteria were transformed into S3 bacteria by DNA of S3 type, whereas the third set C culture did not contain any S cells. It contained only R2 type of bacteria. This means that no transformation has occurred because of the absence of DNA. So this confirmed that DNA is the transforming principle and not protein or RNA. Thus, Avery, MacLeod and McCarthy confirmed that the transforming principle is the DNA. Let's move on to the third experiment by Hershey and Chase. A.D. Hershey and Martha Chase in the year 1952 conducted experiments on T2-phage, a parasite on common bacterium E. coli, to demonstrate that DNA of T2-phage carries the genetic information. DNA, as a carrier of genetic information, is shown by the study of virus which infects bacteria known as bacteriophage or phage. Hershey shared the 1969 Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine with Max Delbruck and Salvador Luria for their discoveries concerning the genetic structure of viruses. Hershey and Chase prepared radioactive phage particles using radioisotopes of sulfur and phosphorus. Some phages were grown in bacteria containing radioactive sulfur. Sulfur is incorporated in the formation of amino acids. These radioactive amino acids form the protein coat of the phages. Some other phages were grown in bacteria containing radioactive phosphorus. Phosphorus is an important constituent of DNA. Therefore, radioactivity in these bacteriophages was restricted to DNA. The two types of radioactive phages were made to infect normal bacteria in two separate samples. On observation after the infection, the bacterial cells ruptured, liberating daughter phages. When these daughter phages were tested for radioactivity, it was found that the phages grown in radioactive phosphorus passed their radioactivity to the daughter phage particles, and on centrifugation, radioactivity was detected in the pellet. The phages grown in radioactive sulfur did not transmit their radioactivity to their daughter phages. The radioactive sulfur was found in the remains of bacteriophages, the phage goes. On centrifugation, the radioactivity was detected in the supernatant. These results clearly indicated that DNA constitutes the genetic material. Thus, the experiments by Griffith, Avery and his team, and Hershey Chase proved that DNA is the genetic material. With this note, it's MCR signing off. Thank you.